There's never been a time in human history where it's been easier to make money online. And one of the most popular ways to do that is by launching a Shopify store. So today, I'm gonna show you exactly how to set up a Shopify store step by step, from start to finish, how to load products, how to create collections, how to set up menus, how to connect domains, everything you need to know to get your Shopify store up and running as quickly as possible. And by the end of this tutorial, you can call yourself a Shopify master and you're gonna be one step closer to becoming an e-commerce entrepreneur. If we haven't met, my name is Brendan Gillen and I'm a Shopify partner. I'm an e-commerce coach and I run my own 7-figure Shopify stores that are turning over $1 million a year. I've personally worked with over 150 Shopify stores and helped them launch. So in today's tutorial, I'm gonna take you through all the lessons that I've learned in launching those stores. And at the end of the video, if you stick around for the entire tutorial, I'll give you a checklist of things to do after you've launched your store that will help you get your first sale. So let's not mess around and get straight into the tutorial. You're first gonna have to sign up for a Shopify store. Now, lucky for you, I've done a deal with Shopify where I can get you a free trial for the first few days. And then I've extended the trial out for you for only $1 a month and you get it for 3 months. So it's $1 a month for 3 months. It's only gonna cost you $3 to get a Shopify store set up. I put the link down below, or you can just go to milliondollarstore.co/Shopify to get the deal. Once you're on the page, we're gonna type in your email address. Start free trial. Now, because you've got me by your side, you're not gonna need to do any of this. We're just gonna click skip all. Now choose the region you're gonna be located in. I'm currently in Australia, in case you couldn't tell from the accent. And we'll get you to sign up with your email. And click create Shopify account. Now this is gonna go through and basically set up 90% of the store. We're just gonna go through and start doing the last 10%. Now, once you've registered via the link I've given you, you can see that you can extend your trial for an extra 3 months for $1 a month. So when we're finished this tutorial, you should be able to go through and do that when you're happy with your store. So let's go through the setup guide. So the first thing we need to do is we're gonna need to add a product into our store. So let's click add product. And it's gonna bring you through to the product adding section. So in here, we're gonna type the name of the product. We're gonna do this men's leather sneakers. Now, the cool thing about Shopify is it has something called Shopify Magic and it helps you write descriptions. So let's click generate text and I'm gonna type in a very brief description of this product. Now we're gonna choose the tone of voice. I'm gonna have persuasive and any special instructions, whether you've got some. I'm not gonna worry about that. We'll click generate. It's gonna give us a suggestion. Elevate your style with our men's leather sneakers, and it's built this out, crafted, perfect. All right, so we're happy with that. We're gonna click keep. Now we're gonna add our images. Click upload, and what we can do is choose our images all in bulk and click open. It's gonna upload those for us. Once they've loaded, we could actually drag these around if we want to. So we can put different ones in here, we can move those around. Now let's move down. The next thing we need to do is add price. Now these sneakers, I'm gonna be selling them for $99. Now, you'll see this section here which is called compare at price. This basically means whether or not you're discounting your product or you're not. If there's no discount, we don't need to put anything in here. If there is a discount, what we want to put in here is the price that it used to be. So let's just say this was $129. This would mean that this product used to be $129, but we're now selling it for $99. And what we'd see on the store is $129 crossed out and then $99 being the price. If you don't want to discount it, then you would make them both $129. Okay, we would put the cost per item in here. So let's just say this is a $50 item. And we can now see that it's a profit of $79 and a margin of 61%. We want to make sure we're making money on these products. Now, unless you have unlimited shoes, we want to be tracking our quantity. Now, I'm not going to add a quantity in here because we're going to be creating some variations in a moment. Okay, let's put in the weight of the product, 1.2. And now this is where we're going to add the additional variations. So as you can imagine, shoes come in multiple sizes and colors. So we're going to need to add this directly in here. Click add options like size or color. We're going to do size. We click done. So that's the size. We can add another option and we're going to do color. Click done. So now you can see you've got all these individual variants here, so we can see them all perfectly. So now we want to go through and we'll add in how much stock we have of these products. Now we can either just go through and add it in like this, or we can use the bulk editor. Now the bulk editor is awesome. So before we go into that, I'm just going to click save to save what we've got here. And I'm just going to scroll back down and I'm going to select all these products here and show you how the bulk editor works. So click bulk edit. And this brings up a screen that's a little bit like Google Sheets. We can go in here and add things in bulk. So we can see that this shop location only has a few items here, but let's just say we had 5 of each item. We can click the top one here, and then we can go right down and we can say 5, and it fills, oh, not 55, and it fills them all in at 5, okay? What we can also do is add extra columns in here and add additional information against it. So anything from weight through to costs, through to anything that you might want to do in bulk. It's a really powerful feature. So let's click save. And let's go back to the main product listing. Now, what we also want to do here is we want to give this product a category so that we can put it in a collection. So let's scroll down to the bottom here and we can see we've got product type. This is the way I like to build out my collections. So in here, I'm going to call this men's shoes. And the vendor is usually the brand of the shoes. We'll call this Brendan's shoes. Really creative branding, as we can see there, guys. Now, sometimes people add to collections here. Now, I don't like this because it gets a little bit cumbersome if you've got hundreds of products. So I'm not going to add anything in there. And now tags is whether there's any identifying features. So we could put in here leather in here, men's in here, laced in here. So it just adds tags to your product, and we may use those in the future when we're creating collections. All right, let's click save. So now we've got a product in here. We've got multiple options in here. We're going to go through and follow this guide, and we're now going to go and customize our theme. Now, the way Shopify works is it has a back end, which is what we're looking in now, and it has a front end, which is what we call themes. Themes control the look and feel of the site, whereas the back end that we're looking at controls the content that we see. Now, Shopify has both paid themes and free themes. The free themes are awesome for when you're just getting started because it has pretty much everything you need out of the box at a very basic level, but it doesn't overwhelm you with lots of features that you're never going to use. Paid themes are awesome because they have so many features, but they are $300-400 a theme. So if you're not ready for that yet, the free themes will do the job. The benefit of a paid theme is if something goes wrong with it, you can speak to the developer of the theme and they can help you with it. Today, we're just going to go through some free themes. So the default theme that comes with Shopify is called Dawn. It's not a bad theme. It's very plain Jane, but it does what it needs to do. Let's go through and I'll take you through where you can find more themes. We scroll down, we can see that there's some popular themes here, but we can actually go through directly to the theme store. Now you can see over on the left-hand side, we've got both free and we've got paid themes. Let's just click free here. And it's going to show us the 12 free themes that Shopify have made for us. And we can sort it by most relevant, most recent, or popularity. Now, I'll often do popularity because my thoughts are if it's more popular, then it's probably better. I don't know if there's any science behind that, but that's how I'm thinking about it. All right, let's choose one here. This one doesn't look too bad. Let's click that one. And if we scroll down, it's going to tell us, some features about it. Spacious design, showcase products, change your layouts. It has basically everything that you might need to know about that theme. Okay. When we click try theme, it's now going to install this directly into our Shopify store. So we can play with it directly in our store. Awesome, that's now installed. So the next steps for us are to go and start customizing this theme. So we're going to click customize, and this is what your store is going to look like right now. This is the homepage, and we can see where we're at in the theme up the top here. So if we click there, we can see we're at the homepage. We can either be at a product page or editing a collection page or pages in general. So if we wanted to edit this homepage as an example, this theme customizer is broken up into a number of levels. The top level is the page we're at, so we're on the homepage. The next level is what we call sections. So a template on Shopify is broken up into a number of sections. We can see the announcement bar, and that's this up the top here. We've got the header, that's this section here. Now, every time we click something over here on the left, the right-hand side panel here changes and allows us to edit the thing that's in the middle. Okay, so if we were to choose the announcement bar, we can see over on the left, we could change the colors, add some different features in here. But if we click underneath, we've now got something called a block. And the block is the thing that's within the section, okay? So we can see this one says, welcome to our store. So we could easily change that here to say free shipping, okay? And that one adds it in there. We could even add in a link here, maybe to the product that we've just added, all right? We probably wouldn't do that here, but you know what I mean. So that's one thing there. Now, if we wanted to add another announcement, we could click add announcement, and it would then flick between the two, and we can see we've now got two announcements, free shipping and welcome to our store. The same thing applies when we go to header. Click on the left, and over on the right, the pane opens up and allows us to change the way the header looks here. There's lots of different settings here, so you can go through that in your own time. The same applies down in the template, and the template is effectively the main section of the store. So the header applies across the entire store, whereas template only applies to this homepage. So we can see that we've got this our latest section here, which is a text and image, and we've got a button. But what we could actually do here is add new things. We can click add block. we could add a caption and text, or we could go through and add an entire section here. So we might be able to add something like a featured product. Let's click that in there. And we can go over to the right-hand side now, and we can select the product that we want to feature. We've only got one. And we can now see on the home page, we've got this Our Latest banner here. We've got these little featured products, and we've now featured that product in there, all by adding a different section in there. So we could do something else, add another section. We might want to put something in like a video. We can add a video in there, and we would choose a link to say a video. You can see this one's just a YouTube video. So really take some time on playing with this theme customizer. You can't break it. It's pretty intuitive. You just click through, add sections, move them around, change the text, change the colors, do all the things you want to do. So if you're happy with that, then we just click save. And we're going to go back now, and we're going to continue finishing up the setup process. If we click back to home, it's going to give us the checklist. The next one is saying add a custom domain. So let's click add domain. So a domain is basically the www.whateveryourbrand.is.com.au.ca.nz.eu, wherever you're in, okay? This is the domain. Now, there's a couple of places you can get a domain. You can buy them directly through Shopify, or you can use a third-party domain place. I personally prefer third-party domains because they're typically cheaper than Shopify. I personally use somewhere like GoDaddy because you can get domains for like $5 every now and then. They run some sales. I've put a link to where I get them from in GoDaddy to see if you can get some deals as well. So grab the link down in my description. So if you decide to buy it from somewhere like GoDaddy, we'd click connect existing domain. If you buy it from Shopify, you'd click buy new domain, and you go through the steps there to connect it in there. So once you've verified and connected your domain, let's go through and click create professional logo. Now Shopify asking you to go across to Hatchful. They've obviously got some sort of arrangement with Hatchful. It's a quick and easy way to make a logo. I prefer to use somewhere like Canva. Canva is awesome. If you have a look here, we can effectively just go straight into Canva and search for logo templates. So let's just say I want to do something for men's shoes. We'll type in men's, not men's show. We'll do men's shoe logo there. And effectively we could do something like this and grab the logo. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. Brendan's shoes. And I'll change that color background, and we will export this out. So you saw how easy it was. I just created a super quick logo in Canva. Now I've got the pro account of Canva. It's worth paying for. It's only like $10, $20 a month. I can't remember exactly what it is. But if you want Canva, I've also got another link down below to that, just to make it easy for you so you don't have to jump in and out of videos finding these sites. And to get back to the theme customizer, we're gonna click online store, go to themes. We're gonna go across to the one we installed, which was Taste. We're gonna go customize. So instead of being in this section, we're going to go into theme settings. And there's a section in the theme settings called logo. And we are going to select our logo, and we're gonna click add images. And I'm gonna get my logo that I just made. Brendan's shoes, we'll click open. We'll click done. And now we can see my logo in there. Now, probably need some editing to make it a little bit bigger and whatnot, but it's looking pretty good. Great, so now I've added a logo, click save to save that to the theme. We're gonna go back to the homepage, and we're gonna see what our last steps are. Add sharing details. So this is something that we need to do. So if you share your site on social media, we wanna make sure that it's well represented to who you are. So we wanna change our homepage title to be the best shoes in the world. Obviously, if you're selling shoes, you might wanna put this here, but if you're not, you can put whatever one here in the world. And then what you want your description to be, the best shoes to buy, a huge range. Now this part here has actually got to do with SEO. I did a full detailed SEO tutorial on Shopify, which you can find on, I'm not sure where the link is going to be, but somewhere here. If you go to that one, it's going to tell you exactly what to put in here to help you rank in search engines. That's just my gift to you. All right, and then we've got this section here, which is add image. So if you know when you share things on social media, you often see an image and a link. This is where we're gonna add an image. So you probably wanna put something in here like your most favorite product or your logo. I'm actually just gonna put our logo into here. Done. Excellent. All right, so we're gonna click save on that there. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to name our store. Let's click name store here. And instead of calling it my store, we're gonna use your brand name or something like that. So for me, I'm just gonna call it Brendan Shoe Store. and click save. And now we're looking really, really sharp. So the final few pieces of the puzzle is we're going to now set up our shipping and then we're going to set up our payment methods. So to do your shipping, we're just going to click set shipping rates and we're going to go through here to general shipping rates. Now by default, Shopify does do some rates for whatever region you're in there. So the way it works is we've got where are we shipping from and where are we shipping to, and these are called shipping zones. So we've got 2 zones set up by default in this store. One is domestic, which is into Australia, and then one is international. Now the way it works is we have a rate and then we have the price for that rate. So we can have a look at this one. This is Express and it says for $0 and up, it's 1 to 4 business days, it's $15 Australian. Now we also have another one which creates a shipping threshold. So you'll often see on different stores that if you spend over a certain amount, you get free shipping. We can do that really easily in Shopify. So we can see this one here for standard shipping. If you spend over $100, it becomes free. So if I go in here and I edit this rate, I'll show you how this works. We say the price is 0. If it's 0, it's free. And then we have a thing which is called conditional pricing. This is based on order price. So you can either do it on weight or price. So the reason you might use weight is if you've got heavy items, you might want to actually charge more. But if you want to do it on price, you just put in the threshold price that you want done in here. And then for international, we do the same sort of thing. Now this is just for the one zone. Now Shopify does have something called Shopify Markets, and that's down below. Now that's probably another video. So if you want to learn more about Shopify Markets and selling globally and doing it properly, comment down below. And the more comments I get, the sooner I'll create that video for you. So shipping rates are now set up. Let's click tick to that. Now we're going to go through the final thing and the most important thing, and that is making sure that we can actually take people's money. So that's called the payment gateway. So we're going to click over to Shopify Payments. Now Shopify has gotten so big, they've been able to create their own payment gateway. It pretty much has the best rates of all payment gateways around, so it's a no-brainer to using it if you can in your region. It's not available in every region, but it's available in most major regions. And not only does it have good rates, but it also implements Apple Pay, Google Pay, and all those sorts of things there that you might want to have, so you don't even need to worry about it. So in order to do that, we just go through and we click complete account setup, and Shopify is going to take you through all of that. Now, if you want to also add in things like PayPal, we can do it here by setting up your PayPal account and connecting it in. Now, if you want to add other things like some buy now, pay later services like Afterpay or Klarna, you can do that in here. This is called an additional payment method. So underneath where it says PayPal here, we can add a new payment method. Some of them might already be in here. So we can click search by provider and we could write Afterpay. And we could connect that directly in here. So if you've got an Afterpay account in there, we could add that in. Super, super simple. So now that you've got your payment gateways set up, you've got your shipping set up, you've added your products, you have customized your theme, you are pretty much close to going live. So we're going to click homepage and we're going to have to choose a plan because we can't go live unless we're actually paying Shopify some money, unfortunately. But luckily for you, it's only going to be $3 for 3 months. So we can get up and running, get some sales, and those sales are going to help us pay for the Shopify plan. So we go through, we can click select plan, and we're going to choose the plan that we want. Now you're probably going to only need to get the basic plan. So we're going to choose basic and go through here and just fill out all your details and sign up for the basic plan. Once you're signed up, it's now time to have a quick look at the way your store looks and set it live. So in order to do that, we're going to go back to online store, and the theme that we were editing, if we're happy with that, we can have a quick look at what it looks like. This is what mine looks like. It's clearly not finished, so hopefully yours is a lot more finished than this. But let's just say this is how I want it to go live. We would go back here and we would go through and we are going to click publish. And then when you're ready, there's going to be a button here that's going to allow you to remove your password. Because I haven't chosen a plan on this demo store, I don't have that option there, but you're going to be able to remove the password from this store, and then everyone's going to be able to go in and buy directly from you. So congratulations are in order. You've now set up your Shopify store. There's a quick basic overview. I do have a couple of videos that will help you go into more depth of customizing your theme. So you can get access to that from clicking the link up the top here, and that's going to take you through exactly how to design your Shopify theme. Now, if you are up and running and you want to get sales as quick as possible, I have included down below a link to my fast start guide. It's free. It's a document that I've put together based on everything that I've learned from launching Shopify stores. So make sure you get the fast start guide below. And the goal behind that guide is to get you your first sale in under 4 weeks. And if you really want to level up, I have created a private community called the e-commerce training ground for people who are just starting out in their e-commerce journey and want to learn from like-minded people who are going through the exact same process. I've got a link also down to that in my description. It's on Facebook, it's fun, it's free, and I'd love to see you there. And if you want to learn more about e-commerce, I put videos like this up all the time. So here are some videos that I suggest you watch next.